Hi guys, this is Annie from Mommy Trades, and as promised, I'm here with my video. Hope everybody is doing good and had a great weekend. Well, today I wanted to go over some of the items that members talk about, and I thought we can make it interesting by having a little question and answer session. So my husband, as most of you guys know him as Trader UC, will act as a new member, someone who has recently joined my platform, and he has some questions around how I trade, where do I enter once the alerts gets triggered, what is my stop loss, and the other questions that you guys have sometimes. So I will make this video a part of members FAQ section, so whenever you have any questions or any trouble, you guys can always access them, and hopefully they will be able to help you out and will have a lot of information that you guys need. So without further delay, let us get started.
Hi Annie, I'm a new member, and well, first of all, hello everyone. I know you guys keep her super busy, so we're making this video for you, and hopefully this will help everyone out. So I'm going to act as a new member and have some questions I need some clarity on.
Hey, thanks for becoming the part of MT platform. Let us hear what you have to say and see if I can help you become a consistent trader.
First of all, I think, how do you decide which, let me pull up the list of stocks that you share every morning.
Okay.
So how do you decide which one to trade among this list of 6 to 8 pre-alerts that you share?
Okay, good question. So as you all know that I only keep track of 7 to 8 names on daily basis. That helps me stay connected with the stock and its various levels. So I go through my technical analysis every night in multiple time frames on every chart I trade. So based on the daily chart, I do form somewhat an opinion about a certain chart, but that does not really mean that I'm not ready to trade the other side of my opinion if it plays out. So as a trader, I'm not biased or inclined to just play calls or puts of that stock. I would just react to however that stock is behaving. Okay. So in the pre-market hours, I do tweak my chart levels so they can be more accurate. And while I'm going through that exercise each morning, I do see if a certain stock is strong or weak in the pre-market, and I also sense the market as a whole, how the indices are doing also, and if it's above or below the certain stock that I'm watching, if it's above or below a certain support or resistance level. So that gives me an indication that it is a weekly level that it's breaking down, so it can be major if it's taken off of from there. So but again, when the market opens, it can be a totally different story.
Okay, that's fine. So basically you look for pre-market kind of price action, which one is strong, which one is weak, and of course I understand that once market opens it can all be different, but you just try to kind of get that sense in the beginning.
Yes.
Okay,
true.
now let us assume market just opened. Let me go to Thinkorswim platform. Let's just take Beyond for example. I know you used to trade that, so let's just take Beyond for example. So now let us assume market just opened 20 minutes ago, and I see Beyond is moving up, and your trigger level for a call entry is at 79.8. okay, so I make that white line over here represents that level where you want us to get into calls. So what kind of as a trader, what should I be doing? What kind of price action should give me confidence that yes, this can be a good trade, this is a high probability trade that I can get in?
Right.
So I have 2-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 10-minute chart in front of me, walk me through it.
Right. Okay. So, wow, you are a very intense trader, you see.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you said, it has been 20 minutes into the market. So yes, 2-minute chart is a good time frame to time your entry, but it's good to see 5-minute and 10-minute price bars.
Okay.
What that does, it will help you see the mood of the market, the momentum in a higher time frame, because 2-minute and 1-minute bars will not really tell you the trend, right? So you use those to time the entry, or even if you want to remain inside a trade. So look at those 5 and 10-minute bars. See what kind of price bars are those. As you're looking to get into calls, you want, of course, you want bullish trend bars, right? You want bars with the bottom wicks showing buying pressure. You want weak pullback type setups. So where even if there is a bearish bar, but it should not have much follow through, right? So once you're done with that kind of analysis, and this really should not take you more than 20 seconds because you are just seeing all this, right? So once that is done, you should already have your order ticket ready with the number of contracts you will be buying, so you don't waste time in all that.
So let me give you, so this shaded area is pre-market,
right?
Okay. So this is a 5-minute, this is 10-minute,
right?
This is the level that I will be entering calls, this white line.
Sure.
Okay. So this pre-market action, I know it was kind of trending down. But there were no big bearish trend bars, right? And right before the open, I saw these bottom wicks, right? And then right at the open, this 10-minute, it was sort of an indecision, right? It touched your level 79, but it did not close above that. I was neutral, not even bullish or bearish. But the next one, and if I drill down to a 5-minute chart frame right here on the right side, I can see that there is no bearish. There's no bearish price action. It's all bullish. Yes, it's still not, closing above that
my trigger
level, but still it's bullish. So
it's bullish. Yes.
So is that the kind of price action that I should be looking to make
bottom
my
wicks,
judgment?
Yes, bottom wicks definitely play that role if you are looking into getting into a stock after a few minutes, like you said, and 20 minutes into the market opens. Of course, these buying pressure wicks, weak pullback setups, all this helps. And then you should be ready with all that homework by just looking at the stock and feeling the stock itself. So this thinking has to be already done beforehand.
Okay. So let's say, for example, look at this. So let's say we are trading live, this 10-minute chart on the left side, and we got this big 10-minute trend bar down.
Right.
Okay. So if we move one bar out, this is a bullish bar, right? And now from a weak pullback perspective, basically you are buying it right on top of this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say we do that, and so that ended up becoming a good quick trade.
Yes.
Right, and it went all
the way up. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a weak pullback in
that's
a 10-minute time frame.
In a 10-minute. That's when, if you're timing your entry in a 10-minute time frame, of course, that's a good weak pullback
that was a pretty
setup.
good and detailed answer.
Yes.
Definitely, as a new trader, it will take me some time to be able to absorb all this.
Of course.
But it seems like that you don't really look at technical indicators like MACD, RSI, and statistics. Are those even helpful for the kind of trading you do? I mean, should I be looking at that? What do you suggest? Well,
I will be honest, for the kind of option trades that I do, these kind of studies are meaningless for me. The time frame I'm in a trade and the reaction based trading I do, I really don't pay much attention to the RSI, if it's oversold, or if there is any divergence in the price and RSI. What is MACD doing? So for me, all of these indicators are lagging indicators. I pay attention most to the price and volume, and for me, price and volume are the only things that I need. The kind of
so you talk about price and volume. May I ask, how do you determine those price levels on the charts where the trigger should be? I mean, I want to do it on my own. What do I do? How do I come up with that level?
Okay, I know a lot of members ask me that, and honestly speaking, there is no secret sauce to what I do. what I do and how I determine levels is a combination of my experience, my skill as a trader that I've developed over a period of time, knowledge that I've gained by studying candlestick patterns, support and resistance levels in multiple time frames, and then trend lines. So I've managed to put a lot of information in my trading guide that I've put together. My trading guide is actually good for anyone who has some basic knowledge and wants to develop more integrate knowledge on price action based trading methodology.
Okay.
So it's all I've transformed.
So this trading guide consists of a lot of foundational, I would say, aspects of your trading.
Yes, yes,
that
absolutely.
one would need to kind of get started on
True.
a lot of these things that you come up with.
Correct.
And this trading guide member section contains all of these
My videos, yes.
as well. Okay, that's interesting.
Yep.
Awesome. So if I have to summarize your trading style, Annie, and associate with one single thing that you think that made you successful, what would that be?
Okay.
I mean, I know it's me, but what else?
Okay. Well, I never thought it that way, but I think it has to do with my ability to not create a bias for price. And one more thing, I think that is equally important is to stick with few names. Focus on those names day in and day out. Think about it. I know, I mean, most of us, we talk about learning and growing our trading knowledge, but for what? We do it to make money, right?
Right.
To be profitable, right?
Right.
So if anyone can achieve that goal by repeating the same thing, you know, with the same group of names every day, so why not? Why do I have to go outside of my circle? I don't really care what Microsoft is doing, right? It does not bother me that FDA approved a drug for some biomedical company and it popped 50%. That's none of my business. I'm not looking to buy low and sell high. So I just want my piece of pie. I say we are meat eaters. We are the middle meat eaters. That's what I always say. And let rest of the market enjoy rest of it.
Okay.
I mean, I have no business
so you
with
just
that.
want to go, get in, get
Yes.
out, get your piece,
Yes.
and that's it. You don't really care what other names are doing,
No.
where Baidu is going, where Apple is trading. You really don't care about that.
My ideology behind Mommy Trades platform was to generate consistent income. So it's not like, you know, I would not go for 10 baggers or, you know, something like that. I'm just looking to generate consistent income. So sometimes, I mean, I do leave a lot on the table.
Yes,
but
I've seen that.
Yeah. So, but that's
you know, profit potential in a lot of these names is much more than where you come out.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do hold, you know, few contracts here and
Yes,
there, but
yes.
then most of the time you're out.
Yes.
And okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's my
fine.
conservative way
So
of.
one more question, Annie. If I get into a trade,
Yeah.
and immediately it starts going down or against me, right?
Right.
I get edgy, I get restless, and fear starts taking over. What should I be doing in that kind of a situation? Should I
Right.
just get out and try to look for another trade? I mean, how do I handle a situation like that?
Okay. Well, of course, perfectly normal to experience losses as a trader. If you don't experience those, you will never learn, right? So first of all, the reason that you start getting restless and edgy is because you probably bought more number of contracts than you should have. Okay. So once you do that, then you stop thinking from your brain. You become emotional towards a trade. You will develop emotions when you see a negative $300 in a matter of minutes or sometimes even seconds, right? And the reason is that because your trade size is more than your risk profile.
Okay.
So and your risk profile is actually defined by the size of your account, your ability to take risk, and also your historical experience, as it starts giving you nightmares of what has happened before, right?
Right.
So to overcome all those emotions and not take premature stop loss, decrease your position. Instead of taking 5 contracts or getting into 5 contracts, get in 2 or 3 max. Why are you in a hurry to make all your yearly income in just one day, right? Or in 1 week? Just one thing that I tell my trader friends here is, remember, we are not in any marathon.
Yeah.
We want consistent long-term gains and not short-term emotional bursts, you know. So big size can give you big gains. Example,
right.
For example, it can give you big gains for 2 consecutive days. But when the market takes from you, you will not be left with the capital to trade in your account. So it can burn you. Okay. So
that's fine.
That's my idea. Yep.
Okay. What else can you think I can? I know you have talked about swing high, like, hey, if you get in a position, let's say I'm in a short position, right? I wanted to go down from my trigger, and it starts going back up, so I'm in a loss. I mean, is there a chart based pattern that I should look for before I close my entry?
So again, I talk about all that, you know, swing highs and all that stuff in my trading guide. I've talked about all that, touch base with all that in my trading guide in detail, and I've also given examples with those, but in short, swing high is a chart high in a particular time frame that was created before the current high.
So okay, so if I understand you correctly, let's switch positions. Let's say 79.8 was the level for getting into puts.
Okay.
So I get this candle right here. It closed below the trigger. I got into puts. It went down 40-30 cents, then it came back up, but then it starts going back up.
Okay.
Where is the swing high?
So swing high would be the top,
like this area right here, you think?
Yes. Okay. So it will be the top part of that candle before you got into the puts.
Okay, so that's a swing high because okay.
Yes.
Right. So that is the level I should basically cut my loss.
Cut your loss, and then you just come out of the trade instead of just remaining in it.
Okay.
You know that, you know, this is it for me, and just come out of the trade.
Okay, and so does that mean it is also true
in the case of puts?
Swing low.
Yes.
For puts,
yes. Okay. It's exactly the same. Correct. As you want prices to go low this time.
Okay.
So because you're short at that time. So yeah.
Okay. I see you scalp as well based on chart setups.
Yes.
And I see your tweets about weak pullback setup, all that stuff. So okay, so the chart setup that we already talked about, where you only have one red candle and you did not see any follow through.
No follow through.
So that's the weak.
That's the weak pullback.
setup.
Yes.
And Annie, do you use conditional orders or any other type of automation to help you in order execution? Because sometimes these move fast. And,
perfect.
And you know, maybe we can automate it.
I am so happy you see that you brought this up.
Okay.
Well, few things I do to help. One is,
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Look at this, because Think or Swim does offer you that kind of okay, where do I, let's say for example I want to buy this 80 call for beyond, so I can click there, click there, and then it opens up, God, where did it go? Oops, I don't know, it's on the other screen, I think, but basically it opens up a screen where you can put in the condition that, hey, if beyond goes above a certain level,
you can place a conditional order. Yes. So I mean, one is to create an alert at few points above or below my trigger level, right? That way I'm informed few moments before any potential break of my trigger level. So what it does is that it would help me time my entry. It helps me to be just prepared that, okay, you know, I'm getting closer to my trigger level, and I get ready. And one of the members just brought to my attention that on Think or Swim you can set up an order condition to say that go buy such and such Amazon call option at market price when the 2-minute price bar closes above a certain price. So that's a very good feature TOS has. Yes.
Okay.
But the only drawback would be, for example, that, you know, how high the candle is closing, because sometimes I would get in even at 1 minute close, you know, depending upon how high the stock is going at that, how far it's going away from my trigger level. So I did not know that there is any automation like that also that existed, but that is something very nice. So I mean, Thinkorswim is pretty slick, and I really like it in that way. So you don't have to be a programmer to do that. It's pretty simple. Thanks to a member who joined the platform this past week, and as we were going back and forth on some questions he had, he bought this up and showed me. I love it. I've been exploring it, and it's a very good feature. I will try it this week and share. I will be sharing my observation with my trader friends here. So if you want to know, I would like to show it quickly to all of you. So you go find the contract you want to buy on the stock symbol, and let us say I have put in my morning list to go buy shop above, let's say, 295. So as we all know that there is no golden rule, but I like to get in as the candle looks to be closing above the trigger price in 2 minute time frame. So now let me program that for you guys here. So you go and pick that option contract here.
So I've picked up this contract right here. It says buy 3 shop calls at market price. And then you define a condition here.
You will define the condition.
What is the condition?
And you will click on that contract. And once the order confirmation shows up, click on the settings or gear icon.
This one right here.
Yes, right here. And another screen pops up.
This one.
And it's very easy to understand. Nothing difficult here. First part is ask what you want to buy. So you know you're buying shop here, and you're buying 3 contracts. So you say you want to buy this option contract at the market price, and then you put in how many contracts, whatever you want, however many, however many you want to buy. But I want the condition where the 2 minute candle would close above my trigger level, which is 300 here in this case. So you develop that condition in the next section here. So you choose the symbol on which you are going to base your condition,
which is shop.
It is shop in our case here. So next you pick the method. So the method in which you will find there is study, and you choose study, and then you clear out the previous condition, and then you click on add condition right here. There, and then you price.
Click on add condition.
Yes. And then you choose the symbol on which you are going to base your condition. So that's all you do.
Price close is greater than
300 in our case.
Let's say price. I think it's a value, maybe. Not sure. Yeah, value within 2 bars.
Yep. And 2 minutes. And then you will just type 300 here and save, and that will.
So close is greater than 300
within 2 bars. So
but
there are
2 bars. Well, if it's a minute chart, then it is 1. But if it's a 2 minute chart, which you can change right here. So that's, you're saying, well, it's a 2 minute bar, then you have to change it to 1, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Close is greater than 300 in a 2 minute bar.
2 minute bar. And click OK. There you go. And then you save that.
And then you send
and then you confirm and send that. Perfect.
And then I think it goes right there where
your
the order is
placed.
The condition to be
fulfilled.
Wow, this is good stuff.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. Also, I see you come up with these potential targets once the entry is triggered, like in this sheet of yours. So like, for example, if Amazon is triggered, you come up with these targets. On the both call and put side. So should we wait for these to be hit? Like, what is your recommendation?
Honestly speaking, I would not recommend for them, like you wait for them to be completed with your full position. My response will depend upon how many contracts are you writing with respect to the account size that you have. If you are only 2% of your account and have a full position, my answer of course will be different.
Okay.
And if your position makes up 10% of your account, my response will be of course different. So in short, what you do is you take profits quickly on majority of your contracts when you see profits, right? And let 1 or 2 ride for some extra spark and see how, if you know, if you can trail some and, you know, for those extra profits, and to see if it is strong enough to get you to the targets I have mentioned. Nobody knows actually if the stock will go out there or not, right? It's all hindsight. You just have to manage your position and balance it with how much risk you want to put in. Okay, so that's my idea of taking profits.
And if I see a lot of times, you know, in a strong market, let's say the price opens up above your first trigger or even second trigger sometimes. What do we do in a situation like that?
Okay, so in that case, conservative way to trade is to let the upper level play out, and then you enter once that happens. And an aggressive way would be to get in once the stock breaks above the pre-market high. So I'm giving you examples from perspective of trading calls. For puts, aggressive way would be to get in once it breaks the low of the pre-market, okay? But keep in mind, these are not golden rules where things will work like this every time. There are some ways of trading such scenarios, but you have to improve your odds overall. So there are no guarantees in stock market, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Annie, for your time. I will let you go now and play with my kids.
Okay. Thank you for your time, and I hope that, you know, my member friends here would find this video and our question and answer session helpful, and would answer most of their questions that they have most of the times. I will be adding from time to time to my FAQs, member FAQs area, and this all is to help my trader friends as much as I can with all the knowledge that I have. So okay guys, I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a safe trading week, and take care, and bye.